What up, guys? It's Monday. We're back in the garage. So, quick little update. We just hit October. I did a lot of filming off my phone. Finally got a GoPro, so hopefully that makes the edits go way easier. And so we've got the dune video. We ran out of the dunes this weekend. Just did a quick solo. We didn't have like great headspace, so I didn't say anything. I just filmed it, threw it up. And we're back on the Banshee build now. So, guys, we're just hitting October, and something that I think I really want to do is quit touching my face in all my videos. But I've got some projects, and it's like 90 days till New Year's, and so a big goal for me right now is to get the Banshee done, see some others that we haven't even touched basis on yet, and who knows, maybe you guys like it. There's not a lot of YouTube guys out there doing boats, and maybe that's a hint at what we're doing, but we got a boat project, at least on my plate, and I got some other motors to build. So guys, this is truly like the garage of misfit toys up in here. I don't feel like you ever know what I'm going to throw at you next, and that might burn me later, and it might keep you guys really interested just to see what we're toying with next. So yeah, come hang with us. What we're doing today is we'll be taking a solid look at the intake on this Banshee. So we have not touched on this at all. I have been getting things set up with machine shops and things modified, reeds modified, spacers built, carbs mounted, and part of me wants to wait till I have the aluminum ones in, just to like keep it kind of surprise factor for you. For anybody who knows what they're looking at, we'll flip this around and let you get a good look at it. So you got your pipes there, you got your carbs. Anybody who knows these well knows those are sitting a little closer together than they might normally, and we can go over all that pretty quickly, but for right now, this will give it away for some of you too. I gotta pull these two reed cages out because they're going back to machine shop. We had these 3D printed and set up, and yeah, I feel like once this is all said and done, this will be probably more of a walk you guys through it, show you what's been done, because due to cameras and space and things we've had going on, and like the CAD side, the machining side, we were never to film any of that, and so I feel like it'll be a lot more just sit down, walk you guys through, you know, what we did to the motor, what clutch we're running, and just do an overview all together. So I'm gonna see if I can just set this guy up, and we'll get pulling this apart. Cool, and here we go. Also, don't judge it too hard. Where it's not official, I just have placeholders, so I mean, you do whatever you want. It's not your ride, but I'm just letting you know what I got going on, because these 3D printed blocks were just to make sure everything was going to fit. And so guys, what we're gonna be actually doing is we're gonna be opening these reed cages up to match these plates here, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not. So those will open up and port match that and that. And yeah. And so hopefully we can have all that, the spacers machined, port match machined, and everything back by Friday. And we're waiting on the head. It's getting anodized. So once, guys, there's a good chance if the anodized shop gets it together and the machinist is on time, you might see this motor get sealed up this weekend. Wouldn't that be exciting? Because I'm excited. I'm curious if you guys have builds of your own going on. Something that I really think would be fun to do, just for my personal enjoyment mostly, is whenever I finish a project, shout out some of the other YouTube channels that I've seen that have either done things that I thought were cool, or projects I thought were cool, or maybe even just things I found interesting that they're working on or have going in theirs, because I don't know, I just think that's cool. I think people are doing cool stuff, and without a few of them, I don't know that I would have found myself on YouTube or even trying to do it. So I think gratitude's a pretty cool thing to do, and so I think that's something that I'm going to pick up as I finish a project like this one, even though they had nothing to do with my idea or my project planning, at least to this point. I think I'm going to shout out some other pages that I just respect what they're doing, just because that's just the kind of dude I am. And I think that'd be fun. Maybe make some new friends along the way. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you run a channel. Maybe I can check out your channel if I haven't found it yet. I'd love to do that. This is on our Instagram already, but do you guys have any idea what that originally goes to? I'll give you a hint. You Yamaha boys would be more likely to pinpoint this. Uh-oh. Maybe it's stuck. Maybe it's stuck. I got stuck. Luckily, these 3D printed cages are temporary, and we'll be going to get some stainless hardware and Allens for all these, so definitely not permanent. Also, you have to forgive my arm for being right in the way. Guys, thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, remember that we got a set of 10 hoodies we're giving away for the first 1,000 subscribers, just to help us out, and mainly to say thank you for joining us, supporting us, just seeing what we're up to, because once we get some builds caught up, and we'll be making some fun plans here pretty quick. But for now, these are just a few things that, for lack of a better term, I've neglected for way too long. And they're pretty cool. I mean, at least I think. And I know there's guys out there that think so, so I figured I'd share what I was doing that way. And it all ties back into the power sport off-road scene, as it were. So it's all gonna fit, which is good for us. I was trying to avoid this part. But I think that's going to be the way it comes out, is just by giving her the old just like that. Those were not threaded, by the way. Those were just clearance to snugly hold the bolt and just let it slide in long enough to hold long enough to get a clearance check for what I'm doing. So those did not hurt anything by doing that. And there you have it. So that's what we're going to open up, is that base plate there to match. This one's already opened. These have been modified down to width. They used to be 60 thou thicker per side, and we took them down to fit directly. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're at. If you guys have questions as to why or what benefit that's going to give us, throw it in the comments. We'll for sure let you know why we're doing what we're doing and what we're shooting for. And yeah, we're happy to. And that gives you a pretty clear shot there of some of the port work. If you guys are familiar with the Banshees, you could probably tell those intakes are opened up quite a bit. Alright guys, here's a quick look at all the spacer variations we've come up with for this. This is a 2-inch spacer, 1 5/8, 1 3/8, 1 outer plate 3/4 thick, outer left hand cylinder plate 3/8 thick, a different to get the See, these ports are different. One's longer, one's shorter. And a right hand square 3/8 plate. We also had some of these built for, no, some of these. We built some of these for both right and left. And this is the variation we ended with. We have left hand, right hand. And that is how, right there, we moved from on center, as you can see. And we pushed that over roughly 500 thou, half inch. We ended up running 1 5/8 base. Curious to see how that's going to do. So this is the combination. We got 1 5/8 to both of these. Left hand, right. On this build, we're running mikuni flat slide 34mm carbs. Who knows, maybe down the road. We built this motor so we could actually run alcohol if we decide to. All that's going to take is changing the ignition out, changing the carburetors out. But like the motor itself, on a stock stroke crank, straight cut gears, bearing clips in the center, and the tranny and the crank, we doubled those up. So this motor should hold up to an alcohol burn if we decide to run that far. Definitely race gas, with some changes of, I mean, with the AC, with the domes that we've got, 18 cc's, should be fine to run race gas or pump gas. And then we can adjust the cool head domes, the ignition, the carbs, and in theory, this motor will handle alcohol as a stock 350, true 350. And so, guys, that is our update for this Monday. Now we're gonna send that off to machine shop, and we've got some measurements on the pipe stingers. We're gonna reclock those here soon. However, the next thing you're probably gonna see us working on is the razor. We have some underglow and some lighted whips, and we've got a trip, possibly two. We have some invites for the second week of October. We have for sure a Halloween trip we're gonna be doing the end of this month. So yeah, that's where it's at, guys. There's a quick update. We're getting footage all put together. Filming from a phone is a wee bit redonkulous, but we're doing our best. And guys, things are rolling. So we're gonna get some parts coming for this. We'll get the razor in. We got everything for the razor but the switch for the light whips and underglow. So we'll get that coming in the next order from our friends over at Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Huge shout out to them. They've been really good to us, and we buy a lot of stuff from them. So that's where it's at, guys. Yeah, if you guys have comments, questions, mainly thanks for checking us out. Like I said, we got those 10 hoodies going up for our first 1,000 subs. Guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back more soon. Hey guys, I wanted to jump on really fast. Give you a quick update. So, you guys have seen the transition from iPhone. We got our GoPro going, but I wanted to let you know we had some issues with some footage, so some of this was confusing. Thanks for bearing with us. And super stoked about the direction we're getting ready to move forward in. Where we're at right now, I've taken a lot of time to sift through some footage and compile all that. So I just want to jump on, let you know this is the end of this video. Check out our next one, and we're working on organizing these videos as we go, so we'll clean those up for you guys and make them easier to follow. Just wanted to say thank you guys for tagging along. Hopefully this helps. If you guys have any questions on the Banshee project so far and where we're at, I'd love to give you the update on where that's going to be. Also, we're going to be trying to get some updates pretty regularly moving forward, and I came out and looked at it today, and I've got some wiring stuff that I'll actually go through a whole video on because I spent some time on YouTube and no one's really touched on it. So I will look into that and do a video specific and explain why I do that to come. But yeah, thanks guys for checking us out. Like I said, if you have any questions on this build, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. And we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel on this, so super stoked to see her come together, and just wanted to shout out and say thanks so much. Check out our other videos, and we'll have more to come soon. Appreciate you guys.